I just did a weekend in Tucson, Arizona at Last Comedy Cafe. Did I become a headliner? Watch and find out. Hi, my name's Ryan Perio. I'm a comic here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and beyond. I have performed all over the Dallas-Fort Worth area and places like Tucson, Arizona, where I was this weekend at Last Comedy Cafe with headliner Patrick Garrity as a feature. Recently, I had been told last year that maybe they would look at me to headline, so I went in there with that being my goal. So when I came in this weekend, it was a great weekend. I got in on Thursday, was able to do the open mic despite getting stuck in a dust storm right outside of Lordsburg, New Mexico. Those are some serious things happening. So make sure when you drive across the desert, you pay attention to the dust storms. Side note. Uh, Got in on Thursday, did the open mic. Was a little bit shorter time than I thought. Open mics. Usually the open mics we do here are 5 minutes. In Tucson, it was actually 3 minutes. And so I did a couple of jokes, got some good laughs, and then went and after a 13-hour drive, basically went back to my comedy condo and got some shut eye. And so that was my Thursday. I got up Friday, did a little bit of shopping, a little bit of foodie tourism. I always like to try to do some travel things. And so Friday night was the first show. I got to meet Patrick. Awesome guy. If you ever see Patrick Garrity on the billboard, you're definitely going to want to check him out. He was in Florida this last week. Check out him at his Instagram. I'll have that in the caption here when I make it. So check him out. And on back onto the weekend, I performed Friday, did some great sets. Patrick Garrity, obviously, big shout out to him. He definitely vouched for me as he's ready to probably headline. And so I had a great Friday. Woke up Saturday, got a lot of the exercise in that I wanted to do. I always try to do. There's a lot of great parks out in Tucson, Arizona. You can do if you want to drive and look at cacti, I would do Saguaro National Park. If you want to walk, though, I can't recommend Sabino Canyon enough. It's such a great little 3.5, 4 mile walk up and then 4 miles back. And I did that. I'll have some of that here, as you can see. Really scenic, really gorgeous. Can't say enough about the Tucson, Arizona desert. That was great. And then Saturday night, went back, did a couple more sets, tried to mix in a few more jokes that I didn't do Friday. I never want to be beholden to one set. I always like to be able to mix and match and kind of create on the fly, which makes comedy fun for me. Like sometimes you just want to create, you just want to mix and match and be like a library, pull something here and put it over there. And so I always try to do that. Did a great show afterwards. Actually, Casey, the general manager, as well as the owner, basically both said that maybe it's time to look at me as a headliner. So hopefully next time I get to go out and they'll do what they call a co-headlining. So basically it'll be me and another headliner kind of alternating who closes the show. And I don't care whoever it is, I am coming with all the comedy I can muster to try to win me a headlining spot. And so hopefully with any luck, that it's a step up. Is it all the way headlining? It's going to be a hard unless you're just a huge draw on social media, which maybe one day I am. But, without that, it's a little bit of a tough. It's the idea that they're getting me out of the feature spot, even though I love the feature spot and it is quite great to be the feature act. I love it and I will miss doing that, but I also know I have to progress. And so my biggest hangups are basically socializing. Like I'm not a social guy. And so that makes it a real tough struggle for me to be like, hey, how's it going? Like after the show, or hey, if you have any spots. I'm always more of a kind of a quiet person, and I have to speak up so that I can evolve as a comic. But yet, that's my weekend in Tucson. It was a fantastic weekend with Patrick Garrity. He's an awesome comic. Make sure to look him up on social media. He's doing a fantastic job, and hopefully, this is just the start of many comedy clubs that maybe allow me to headline at their establishment. But thanks for watching. Next week we will have my recap of this month's open mics, which is going to be, almost on par with what I said it was. But it's always fun to kind of see how I reimagine some of these bits, and maybe I'm able to make something I didn't think I could work, and then other things that just basically you get your hopes up because it's your favorite joke, and then all of a sudden you go up on stage and it's absolutely just a tank job. But check that out next week. Again, thanks for watching. If you want to follow my journey, please subscribe. I would love for you guys to be a part of that as I transition from being a feature comic to a headliner, and hopefully I'll have what it takes, and if not, at least I tried. Like, I don't want to pursue this without basically feeling like I left it on the table. Like, I got put it all out there, and if it just isn't in the cards for me, so be it. Like, that's just sometimes how comedy works, but I want to try, and that's what we're going to do. So thanks for watching. Like if you can. Talk to you soon.